Dawnguard. At least we'll get it started up. See what the fuss is all about. Hmm. I'm very excited about our enchantment focus. We want to get it to 100 fast. Mainly because I really dislike how our character looks like. I don't want to wear the mask, I don't want to wear this robe. It's just very good. Far above everything else we could use, so I'm wearing it. But with the enchantment 100, I'm basically dumping it. We can design a look for us, make it work. Might still be worse.
Truth is, I don't think been anything like this before.
But currently, if we use something else, the difference is massive.
Don't tell Isran I was afraid to meet him by myself. Not the best first impression for a new vampire hunter, I guess.
What are you talking about?
You've probably killed lots of vampires, huh? I'm sure Isran will sign you right up. I'm not sure he'll take me. I hope so. That must be it. Fort Dawnguard. Wow. Bigger than I expected.
Yes. Bigger than any fortress I've seen so far. It doesn't look like a rubble. It's well maintained.
Where is everybody? This place looks almost deserted.
We can fire 2 times. 3, maybe 4 if we wait out the paralyzation. Le crossbow.
Well, well, you made it. Good. Isran's in the fort. He'll get you sorted out.
What's that you're shooting with?
Never seen a crossbow before, eh? Not surprised. Kind of a Dawnguard specialty. Nothing better for putting down vampires. Here, take this one and give it a try. You'll want to get to know how to use it if you really plan to join the Dawnguard.
Why did you join?
I lost 2 wives to vampires. I will avenge them. It's good to know that I will not have to do it alone. I'm glad this Dawnguard exists. Until next time.
Hard to compare it to anything since we haven't had a bow for a long time. But the damage seems quite decent. We have maybe 20% extra damage on bows. That's nothing. Well, I'll use it at some point. Maybe I'll put it in storage for now. Just don't have the skills supporting it.
Wish me luck.
New recruits. Isran will decide if you've got what it takes. Go on, he's right inside. I'll tell you, the only thing more surprising than hearing from Isran after all these years was hearing that he wanted my help. I immediately realized things must be pretty bad. Looks like I was right.
You worked with Isran before.
I have. There was a time years ago when we were both members of the Vigilance, and both equally dissatisfied with them. Their hearts are in the right place, of course, but Isran and I were never comfortable. We left together, but that partnership didn't last very long. I didn't agree with some of his methods. Go on inside. Isran will
They
want
have
to talk
their
to you.
own armor and own weapons.
Why are you here, Tolan? The Vigilance and I were finished with each other a long time ago.
You know why I'm here. The Vigilants are under attack everywhere. The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
And now you want to come running to safety with the Dawnguard, is that it? I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawnguard is a crumbling ruin, not worth the expense and manpower to repair. And now that you've stirred up the vampires against you, you come begging for my protection.
Isran, Carset is dead. The Hall of the Vigilance, everyone, they're all dead. You were right, we were wrong. Isn't that enough for you?
Yes, well, I never wanted any of this to happen. I tried to warn all of you. I am sorry, you know? So who are you? What do you want?
I heard you were looking for vampire hunters.
You heard right. I'm glad word's finally starting to get around. But that means it won't be long before the vampires start to take notice as well.
What can I do to help?
I need someone out in the field taking a fight to the damn vampires, while we're getting the fort back into shape. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. Tolan, tell her about, what was it? Dim Hollow.
Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isran. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this Dim Hollow Crypt. With any luck, they'll still be there. Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use.
Awakening. Find out what the vampires are seeking in Dim Hollow Crypt.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow. It's the least I can do to avenge my fallen comrades.
Tolan, I don't think that's a good idea. You Vigilants were never trained
I know
for...
what you think of us. You think we're soft, that we're cowards. You think our deaths proved our weakness. Stendar granted you do not have to face the same test and be found wanting. I'm going to Dim Hollow Crypt. Perhaps I can be of some small assistance to you.
You there, boy. Stop skulking in the shadows and step up here. What's your name?
My name is Agmir, sir.
Do I look like a sir to you, boy? I'm not a soldier, and you're not joining the army.
Yes, sir. Isran.
Didn't I tell you to step forward? Farm boy, huh? What's your weapon?
My weapon? I mostly just use my paw's axe when wolves are attacking the goats or something.
My paw's axe. Stendar preserve us. Don't worry. I think we can make a Dawnguard out of you. Here.
A paw's
This
axe.
crossbow. Let's see how you shoot.
Crossbow? I've never...
A crossbow.
There shouldn't be anything too interesting here. Maybe a weapon or armor piece or something like that, but they're not really relevant to us, so...
Concentrate, boy. Try it again.
Dawnguard War Axe. Everything looks like no one has used them in a long time, and I guess that's the case. This place will look a lot better once it's upgraded a little bit. Don't think we can do much here now. Just wasting our time. But we have enough free carry weight, so we don't have to really do anything. Dim Hollow. Well, we could just go to Skyborn Altar and head down the cliff. There might be a dragon here, but I know how to deal with dragons. There's a dragon there. Normal dragon in the way. About to crash. Where are you gonna go? What the fuck is it doing? Yeah, it's gone. I'm surprised to see normal dragons. At the same time, pleased to see normal dragons. I'm gonna take this, we do need to sell this stuff away. Now we don't have the sufficient carry weight anymore. New loot here maybe? Yeah. Orcish Shield of Frost Suppression, this is great. We needed a frost item to be disenchant. Okay. So didn't get a soul out of this one. I don't particularly care, but still, it's not like I would not have wanted the soul. Moonstone. I'll have to visit some kind of a city. Doesn't really matter which. I'm going to the Dim Hollow. Mark it on the map, then go. That way we don't have to go back and forth too much. Also a little bit interested in what that is. We're right next to a Jadric shrine. It's right there. Might not be a good place to try to get there, but come on, you son of a bitch. Just a little bit. That's it. Shrine of Maroon's Dagon. Basic Lord of Destruction. Kind of an altar. And requires a key. Guardian Stone. And it's guarded. Looks like bandits to me. These three. They weren't exactly up to the task. Corundum, okay. Corundum is definitely welcome. There's a mine nearby. Not going to the mine. Lord Stone. Those under the sign of the Lord are more resistant to both magic and physical damage. Extra resistance says, I'll take it. Can't do Ritual Stone anymore, that's not a big loss. What are these? Lord Stone. 50 points of damage resistance, 25% magic resistance. So we have, what? 60% magic resistance? That's a respectable number. Reminds me, what would it require to get the extra 10%? 3 alteration points. It means that there's very little point in adding items that have magic resistance to this. You cannot have 100% magic resistance. I don't know what the cap is, but there is a cap. So if we want to reduce magical damage, we need to take elemental resistances. Start using wards in fights, that sort of thing. I don't like using wards. It's not like there's anything wrong with them, it's just it uses up another one hand, and that just limits your attack potential incredibly. What the fuck are you doing? Momentary brain freeze. Okay. You have to make some choices. If we cannot get defense and offensive on the same item set, so we can basically try to. Are we going to evade damage and cause as much damage as possible, or use stealth diversion tactics, so we don't have to take direct resistances and health buffers and things like that? At least not so much. Or are we gonna just focus on full defense and just manage somehow? Preferably you'd have an item set for each purpose. If you want to use melee weapons, you have a melee weapon set. If you want to use range, you have a range weapon set. You might be able to mix in other things in there, but I don't think you can combine damage bonuses, for example. They're only applicable to a single type of item or two. With dual bonuses, I suppose it's possible. Just have bow damage and one-handed weapon in there. I think I'll take Solitude. Has a lot of shops, so whatever our need is, we can get rid of this stuff. Alchemy shop, general shops, couple of smithies, should have no trouble. And it has the clothing shop. Actually a little bit interested in visiting that. Jesus Christ, it's dark. Suppose we might as well wait. Might as well wait. I came here because there's a alternative entrance to the city nearby the harbor. This way we can avoid the vampire troubles. Just don't recall where the alternative entrance is. It's not marked in any way to the map. don't think it's this direction. That's why you don't often encounter it. Where did it fall? Okay. No. Hawk feathers and a hawk beak. I wonder how good of a training method this would be. Just using telekinesis. Because it's totally harmless and it's fairly Magicka intensive. You could bring the cost down. You could basically just get the skill up by doing nothing really, holding an object. Ledger.
True, I may look the... What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Crap.
Perhaps I'll be seeing more of you.
Perhaps. I need to visit the palace.
The divines
Don't want to talk to people too much. I'm sure we'll get quests, but we'll also burn through a lot of time doing that. I would really like to get to Dim Hollow.
You were there for Rogvir's execution. People to see and places
It's good
go,
to see
huh?
a fresh face. Ah, so you're an alchemist then.
Okay, we have a massive amount of dragon parts. Not bad. And of course herbal potions. That's it.
Don't forget me. Next time you need herbs
Yeah, we
and potions.
cut our carry weight in half, pretty much. That alone should be enough. If we can get rid of something extra, all the better. And I'm gonna run
Take a good
into
look
the
around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Biren said you got here.
run into the
Trinkets, odds and
palace,
ends, that
disenchant
sort of
the
thing.
shield, and we travel to Dim Hollow Crypt. There's nothing that valuable here. Right. Few shitty trinkets, and that's it. Ring of health. Yeah, we can start selling these. We can do better ourselves.
Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
Okay, with the shield gone, we should have more than half our carry weight. That's ready. And I don't really want to pick alchemical ingredients in cities, because some of them, probably most of them, are okay to just pick up, but not all of them. And I usually don't check before taking them. So I can get, but I don't want to get bounties because of an accident like that. Blue Palace.
As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders.
Something's happening.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafengar's people will always be safe under
Your
my
Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed. Do you have business with the court?
I hear you're looking someone to help with the Wolf Skull Cave.
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
Why is it called Wolf Skull Cave?
The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now. But everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted.
Not the haunted
Feel free
cave.
to return to me with questions. The
Okay,
Blue
where
Palace
exactly is
open
the...
forum.
So now we can protect ourselves from frost. Air weight, almost 200 pounds. Do we need training for this level? Probably. I don't know. Probably yes. Dim Hollow Crypt. Detected. I wanted to see if they're any different from the...
These vigilants never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
To come in here alone. A fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well, though. Jedon and Bresoth were no match for him.
Ha! Those two deserved what they got. Their arrogance had become insufferable.
All this talk is making me thirsty. Perhaps another vigil will wander in soon.
I wish Loki would have hurried up. I had half a mind to return to the castle and tell Harkon what a fool he's entrusted this mission to.
I have half a mind to tell Loki of your disloyalty.
You wouldn't dare. Now shut up and keep on watch.
A lot of vampires. 2 vampires and one other thing. Not quite sure what it is. It's Death Hound or whatever it's called.
What's that?
They're too far separated from each other. Shit. Well. No, I don't want to do this. Let's try this again. Hard to see anything there. I know there's enemies there, but I just can't see them. No. Guess we're getting souls. Vampire dust. I don't know if I want to kill things like this. It's not necessarily terrible, but it's time consuming.
You may feed again today.
Well, on the positive side, we are getting sneak experience thanks to it. Sneak would be one of those things that would certainly turn into legendary. Especially with the illusion being what it is at the moment. Because we have invisibility to compensate. And you do get sneaking experience even though you're invisible. And muffle, both in illusion, is detecting a character very hard. So it wouldn't be too big of a challenge to gain back the skill. I like the vampire armoring too. Vigilant Tolan. A dumbass came here alone and got murdered. Shocking. Masked vampire. Let's go, Master Vampire. Hard to see anything. Is that it? I'm surprised they're still sending skeletons our way, but I mean, skeletons weren't top opponents when you started this game. The game starts nudging you in, or makes you aware of the Dawnguard around level 10 at the earliest. But before that, you're very unlikely to even start this. Too powerful for friendly. I don't honestly know who would win. Winner gets the lightning bolt. Master Lock. Fuck. Glass gauntlets, though nothing worthwhile.
Plans think they're better than us. Putting on airs. We're the first to burn when the mortals get organized.
Hulking Drover.
Let's finish this.
Yeah, don't let it get any closer.
That ends it.
Yes, it does, but they have a lot of points. I think I'll take one of those. What's this? Potion Magica. Circle of shitty potions. I don't think this is the Hulking Drover's good choice. We would have to give him a proper weapon. Fight it out. Ignore me. Come on. I can't take sneak attacks against her. That's it. And she ran away. Son of a bitch. No. Without a doubt, she will return here. Danger is over. I did not see her at all. It's the eyes. Only see the eyes.
What was that?
No soul gem large enough. So that doesn't particularly matter. In fact, we would prefer the sort of those anything that we can take down with an arrow too. That would be pretty much ideal. Problem is, we're gonna get a level up without getting extra cash. I still think we could do a lesser training session again. Alternatively, do more enchanting. I'm not exactly worried about normal vampires. I have to encounter something a bit more dangerous before we have to worry. Better ones will drain magicka too.
Is someone there?
That's the problem.
Enough of this! Do your work!
He's surprisingly good. Guess it's because they can replenish themselves much better than normal enemies. I just don't like the face. It changes so much. You really don't look anything like the character you wanted to look. Don't like it. I suppose it can be interesting, and it's not like it's uncurable. So, something to try out. I wonder how... There's the service of face alteration. Wonder how that would work with the vampiric face. Work quite good. Quite well. Or it might not. I don't see that you being able to remove something like that. Fighter and a vampire. Bulky harm, Master Vampire. That's a tough one. We need something better. Current summon is not gonna do it. I don't have the magic to enough damage with that alone. I need something else. Something that can do more damage. Otherwise, it'll just replenish itself. I like this. Tremora Lord. It's not necessarily because it's so strong, but because it has what you need. You need someone with an aggressive fighting style that has focus on attacking, instead of just running about doing something for minor and pointless. You want it just fully focused on beating the shit out of the opponent. That's what you need. That's something no one can really ignore. Map updated. Find the Shrine of Boetia. Date request. Powerful portrait zombie. It'll increase. Might take minor training. Heavy armor, light armor, something like that. Something that could prove useful, but it's not really a consideration at the moment.
I oath to Stendar, stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
Are you sure that was wise, Lokio? He still might have told us something. We haven't gotten anywhere ourselves with nothing.
Here you are.
Okay, there's 3 guns. See if we can add a little bit more trouble there.
There's something out there.
Okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything else here. There's one thing I don't like about these detection spells. They don't have the distance to really take a look. If I could look like in a room like this and see where the enemies are, then these would be great spells in my opinion. You could use them to really scout around. Now there's sort of a... they're at a distance where if there aren't a lot of walls, they're totally worthless. Don't like it. What do we have here? Ebony Great Sword of Expelling. Summon data up to level 20 are sent back to Oblivion. Evidently something different. I haven't seen these particular designs before. Low kill. Vigilant. Physicalities of werewolves. It won't budge. No idea what exactly am I doing here. Mysterious woman.
Who sent you here?
Apparently a vampire. Who were you expecting?
I was expecting someone like me, at least.
Are you a
vampire? Yes.
The Dawnguard would want me to kill you.
Not fond of vampires, are they? Well, look. Kill me, you've killed one vampire. But if people are after me, there's something bigger going on. I can help you find out what that is.
Where do you need to go? Her argument makes no sense. She clearly knows what's going on.
My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you.
Why were you locked away?
I'd rather not get into that with you, if that's alright.
No, it's not
sorry.
really.
It's not that... It's just that I don't know who I can trust yet.
Yeah, but
Let's get to my home, and I'll have a better sense of where we all stand.
But I'm a vampire hunter, here to investigate vampire business. You acting a little bit coy and mysterious around me is not gonna cut it. Why shouldn't I just kill you now that you're in your weakened state and take whatever you're carrying? How long were you in there?
Good question. Hard to say. I can't really tell. I feel like it was a long time. Who is Skyrim's High King?
It's actually a matter for debate.
Oh, wonderful. A war of succession. Good to know the world didn't get boring while I was gone. Who are the contenders?
The Empire supports Elisif, but there are many in Skyrim loyal to Ulfric.
Empire? What Empire?
The Empire from Cyrodiil?
Cyrodiil is the seat of an empire? I must have been gone longer than I thought. Definitely longer than